Hi everyone, it's Lorraine from Good Seed Garden. I thought I would give you guys a farm update. So we're gonna see everything today. It's Sunday and the rain has finally stopped. And so here we go. Here's our chickens and our lovely guard goose Ginger. Yeah, say hi Gingy. Hi Gingin. Yeah, she's like, I'm big now. I've gotten full grown. Feed me more food. The chickens are basically teenagers now, and they're eating us out of house and home. Figuratively, of course. We've put them on this area here by our neighbor Ben so that they can clear out all the ground for a garden he wants to put in. So they're almost done getting the grass out of the way. It's taking a little longer than I had thought it would, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully they'll finish up soon and we can move them on to literally greener pastures. We had to put the sides down on the greenhouse because of the rain, but got the ends rolled up so that everything's going good. See all the cucumbers growing. Keep bringing a lot of them to market. I hope y'all like cucumbers because we're growing about twice as many as we did last year. And here's our lovely raspberries. Since it's been raining, I haven't been able to get out and pick them. As you can see, there are plenty to be picked. So we've got about 9 beds of raspberries. And we're currently hiring. So if anybody wants to come pick raspberries, help process lettuce, come weed stuff, we can't pay a whole lot because we're still growing, but you'll be fed and you get a little bit of cash in your pocket and some food to take home. So all in all, a decent deal. We got some more cilantro growing in this bed. Our dill's starting to flower and they look pretty. The basil is coming up. As you can see, this is the weeding I was talking about. Got some work to be done there. We are almost completed with our tomatoes. Let me give you a backed up view here. Everywhere there's a trellis is tomatoes. So, except for that row, that's pea. The front row here is peas, which we gotta pull out. They're ready to come out. They're over and done with. See how brown they're getting? Yeah, I think we literally got like a handful. Oh look, with all that rain, this pod split open. That's funny. I put out a Japanese beetle trap this year, and honestly, I think it's working super duper well because I've only seen an odd one here or there, and normally my stuff is gotten, like especially like the what was this stuff called? I can't remember. The red stuff, rhubarb. Well, I have the green rhubarb, of course, but my rhubarb normally has, yeah, a bunch of holes in it like that. You see there's only like a couple of them there. So I think it's working really, really well because normally it looks like skeletons. So hooray. If you have Japanese beetles really bad, get one of those pheromone traps because it works really well. Really, really well. Ooh, tomatoes! Tomatoes! Here we go. Here's some tomatoes. There that is. There's another one. These are our glacier variety, which is the ones that don't have the blossom drop if it gets really cold. And they're supposed to, which they were supposed to start producing first, and they are. So that's great. And then we have the silver firs that are putting off tomatoes like crazy. We have a volunteer, I'm thinking pumpkin here. We'll see how that goes, because we have issues with squash on our farm. We get a lot of squash bugs and vine borers, and they, like last year, our entire squash, summer and winter, were killed off. We didn't get like anything. So we'll see how it goes this year. We have a handful of all the squashes planted, but I'm not expecting much of anything. So CSA members, if you get anything, be happy about it, because it's in rare form that we actually get squash. It just doesn't tend to do well. There's a couple more tomatoes. I'll have to be pruning and harvesting very, very soon. Pruning, obviously. Pruning needs to happen. We prune off the suckers and all that so that they'll produce more fruit and bush out a little bit less, which obviously they're going kind of crazy with power. They're mad with power. But this is exciting to me. We'll have so many tomatoes. So many. Obviously we ran out of stake here. Stake and net. The net was a little too short, so these guys need to get off the ground. They have a couple areas like that. This is calendula, as well as like a pollination bed. So we're hoping to develop a salve, or we're planning on developing a salve that replicates a salve that a friend of mine makes, and it is like super awesome. The salve is amazing, but we want to make like tea and salve from the calendula flowers, and basically you just harvest the blossoms and let them dry. So obviously we need to harvest the blossoms. I need to go through, and those white moths that you see, their little babies have eaten this bed of kale really badly. So I gotta go through and clean that up and feed the chickens with it, basically. And put out the yellow sticky cards so that the moths and all the flea beetles get stuck to it. Got a couple more rows of tomatoes, beefsteaks, and our indigo apple tomatoes here. Some of you may know the indigo apples are some of my favorite just because of how unique they are. They're an heirloom variety, and here's one that's ripened. They are purple on top and orange on bottom. And they vary in size. This one's a little bit small. And they have a floral taste to them that's really unique. It's like tomato slash flower, and it's honestly quite lovely. It's a great taste. Our garlic will be coming out here soon. This is our eggplant, which needs to be fertilized. Still a little short, but we do have a baby eggplant. We spotted it the other day. We were all so excited. I'll show it to you. If I can find it. There it is. There's our little baby eggplant. So we got them in sooner than last year, so hopefully we'll get a little bit better of a crop than we did last year. But I tell you what, we have gotten volunteer tomato plants everywhere this year. Literally everywhere. Oh, I missed escape. It snuck up on me. Oh, there's a couple of them. Okay. Have to cut those. But, yeah, the garlic, you see how it's yellowing? You can harvest it green and and eat it that way. Green means that it's not been cured, so that it's shelf stable, which means it'll go bad faster. So basically we'll harvest all of this when the bottom leaves. You see how they start yellowing at the bottom? The bottom leaves, the bottom like 5 to 6 leaves are dried up. So this one has like 2. This one's got only a couple. Some of them have more than others, like over there. See, it's got like 4 or 5. maybe 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's going on 4. So here in probably like a week, maybe 2, we'll harvest the bulk of the garlic and take it into the nursery and let it cure and dry out. That way it'll be shelf stable and it'll keep for a really long time. Over here's our 2 peach trees, which, as you can tell, they're quite old, quite old. Generally, we only get like a handful off of each of them each year. So CSA members, if they're lucky, will get one. And then most of them are like family peaches because they, you know, have bruises and bites and, you know, yucky stuff on them. Because we don't spray at all. We don't spray any of our trees. I'm trying to find some baby ones, baby peaches. But I'm not seeing any at the moment. But anyhow, so if we get enough, I'll make peach jam, which is super tasty. We did plant a couple new peach trees, but I don't think they're going to produce this year. They flowered, but I don't know that they're going to produce. It would be awesome if they did. But here's our potato patch. So all the potatoes, we got 3 different kinds, the white, purple, and yellow. And they're going mad with power, you know, dominating everything. If you know of anybody that has straw, I could use straw. These last couple beds here need some more straw. And Rural King was sold out, and my farmer buddy who normally supplies me, he ran out, so I need straw. And this is our handful of squash. So I make a mixture of like Tabasco sriracha sauce with a little bit of soap and like a tablespoon of olive oil to get it to adhere, and I spray the vines so that the bugs don't like the hot sauce. So that protects them until they get big enough so that the vine borers and the squash bugs won't kill them all. I mean, we've already lost a couple, but hopefully we'll get to keep all of them this year. Maybe get some butternuts, some delicatas, some super tasty yummy yums. We even got a few pumpkins, and I did keep a few zucchini plants just on the off chance that maybe I would get a couple of zucchini. Oh, there's a baby zucchini right there. Last year I literally got 1 zucchini. 1. I had like 10 plants. I got 1 zucchini. It's fantastic. So I said, let's not do that again. Let's grow tomatoes. They're a lot more reliable. So that's what we did. I increased our variety of tomatoes by kind of an absurd number. So there's so many, and you want to try them all. Now, believe it or not, I prune these, and then I got to figure out how to prune them better. But I got to go through and get the dead wood out again. So these are our blackberry bushes, and there's another. See, that's only the second one we've seen. It's pretty. Oh, there's a few. Well, whatever. It's still way better. There's another one. Well, this is the farthest part of the garden. Ooh, baby blackberry. The farthest part of the garden from where I put the thing. So maybe. I still think it's working. Anyhow, so see how these guys do. They did semi-okay last year. Not super great. Definitely not enough to bring to market. So hopefully this year. Oh, we got a pink one. Did you guys see that? It's a pink one. Woo! All right. So, looky. Oh, look. Look. Yes. Maybe this year. Ooh, look down here. Maybe this year is the year. Maybe we'll actually. Oh yeah, look down here. Maybe we'll actually get a big enough haul for me to bring to market. Wouldn't that be awesome? I think so. I have like one bag, like not even a full bag, like quart bag, like half of a quart bag in my freezer from last year, to where I was trying to save them to make jam. So yeah, it was pretty pathetic last year. These ones are a trailing variety, like they're supposed to be trellised. Yeah, you can tell I haven't done that. So they're supposed to be a little bit more like heavy producing than the upright, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm actually surprised they look this good considering how little care I've given them. So, woohoo! All right. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our tour. And again, we are hiring. And if you go to our website and sign up for our newsletter, you can get all the farm updates, whether they have a video or not. We send out a newsletter generally every month with what's happening and what's going on. And if you sign up, you get a free ebook that shows you how to use all of our microgreens and gives you a bunch of recipes for that. So thank you so much. Like the video and sign up for our newsletter. Have a great day.